Hey, yeah. Hey, never hear me complain about what I ain't got. Nah. Cause if I want it, I'ma go get it.
I always want to keep it, you know, a buck or 100.
Right.
I can't say that I planned this. After coming back, and like I said, coaching Little League football, teaching.
But you came back to give something
back.
Yeah,
I came now. That I did. I came to give something back. Right. Well, I'm not a complainer, and I'm no one's victim. So when I came back and things wasn't up to my standards, like yourself, you didn't stand around and complain about it. You tried to implement or do something about it. And this is me doing something about it. I don't have any kids yet. Plan to have kids in the future. And their livelihood is riding on this. This is how serious I am about this. This isn't no popularity contest for me. This is real life.
Right, this is real life.
You know, some people want to sit around and wait 4 years. And nah.
Right.
Every day your feet hit the floor, it's an opportunity and a chance to build or put that brick on the wall towards your future.
So we got some insight on, you know, how your mind is working about this whole political campaign. Let us know, you know, about some of your platforms. What are the things that you stand on? What's important to you? What you're passionate about?
My passion, man. I think anyone who teach or deal with the youth in any way, and I wouldn't say teach. I like to say educate because I'm an educator. You know, even with my students, I like for them to think outside the box, because if they just think what's in that book, you'll never be Einstein, or you'll never be Steve Jobs. So I'm an educator. You know, I give you the information, you know, so you can educate yourself, and let's have a dialogue about it. Because you might give me a perspective. I'd be like, doing this since 9, I never thought of it that way. And dealing with kids, I'm telling you, man, you will see they keep you sharp because they're so sharp, and you can't lie to them. You know, they're gonna see right through you. But on to that, one of my platforms is, and I brought up teaching because it's the youth. I spoke on my dad, uncles passing that torch, right? I have to pass that torch one day.
Right.
So it's best for me to, hopefully when I'm passing it, I'm putting it in the best runner's hand.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to give them something to look forward to. You got to give them a good role model to look forward to.
Yes.
And so let me ask you this question, because like I said, we're going to go deep. We're not going to hold any punches. We're going deep. So what do you think that the current councilman has lacked or failed in that area, or do you think he's done a great job in that area?
Kerry, I can't pinpoint, you know, Mr. Miller's exact age. But his lack thereof, I can't blame him, because I know, I'm sure he's aged out. You know what I'm saying? He probably have grandkids older than me. So what does he do with, you know, the youth? You know what I'm saying? Just and what I'm saying is, age is a blessing. You know, so let's get that out there. Age is a blessing. But I'm sure Mr. Miller don't want to go hoop at the local park. You know what I'm saying? So and one of the greatest things you can do for a person is inspire them, right? So if Barack Obama or Ronnie Sapp, who's, you know, once my coach, hoops with me, like that goes
right. You see them. They're out there with you. You can relate to them.
It's real, you know. So I can't say, you know, nothing he's doing have done with the youth. And I'll say this: the Little League we coach, he did. He always offered, you know, when we do the on where we wasn't able to do it this year because of the pandemic. But when you do the trophies and stuff like that, he would offer his building. So, and what I'm saying is, and that's a great thing. But you see, you know what I'm saying? It's just we're in two different lanes. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
you know, you should be in two different lanes because you know you're two different generations. Actually, there's a multi-generational gap between you know the two.
Yes. I'm saying at least 40 years. I'm sure at least 40 years difference.
And you know, again, much respect to him and anybody that that's you know that's made it to that age. Much respect, man. We love y'all and we hope that we make it to that age. Certainly. So let's talk about industry. Another thing that we notice is that, man, everything is leaving here. I think Sykes just closed and they've lost 100 and some odd jobs. There's 100 and some odd people that are, you know, going to be laid off if they hadn't been laid off already. And me personally, I don't know much about any industry that's coming here that's really going to bring a significant amount of jobs. I hadn't heard much as far as anybody else's platform about them bringing, you know, any industry. What's your objective on that? What's your goal? What are you planning to push when it comes to that?
Well,
and especially here in District 3.
Well, you talk industry, and like I said, I mentioned Nesmith Construction, 1981. When you look at 1981, it's about to be 2001. Regardless of what, good, bad, indifferent, that's about to be 40 years put on the board.
And I'm sure you guys employed a lot of people.
When you speak construction, there's not many people that's doing it that hasn't, in some way, somehow, we did business or came from under that umbrella of Nesmith Construction. And not, you know, it's for 40 years is a blessing.
Certainly.
So when you talk, I was raised in an entrepreneurial household. You know, my mom's a pastor. My dad, majority of my life, worked for himself while working someplace else. So when you talk that, you know, I have those dreams and admirations for everyone. If not be your own boss, have a good job that you can take your families on vacations and see the finer things of life. So about infrastructure, I see a lot of land and I see opportunity.
There's tons of it.
District 3, we have in Williamsburg County, there's a lot of land and I see opportunity. So, you know, and what
nobody gonna come down here and see it until y'all fix these roads.
But I'll say this, Kerry.
The worst roads in Williamsburg County, possibly South Carolina.
Well.
And
trust me, I'm District 3 proud, so we're not gonna beat up District 3, but you know, we also pay tax dollars. So you know, but going to it, you know, I have friends in California, friends in DC, friends in New York, and we are all aligning to put some points on the board where we see opportunity. And when you're, you know, some people say your network is your net worth, you know.
Right.
So I have those ideas. When you look at all this land, you have opportunity zones and things like that.
We got to take advantage of those things.
We got to take advantage of those things. And how you do that is, like I said, you never know who it may come from. But going back to kids and why they're so important, you have technology and you have these, it's someone you can communicate with from California and never physically touch them. You know what I'm saying? These are the things we have to be open to, and it can happen just like that with this digital world we live in.
Right. And you know what, I think that's key for bringing in somebody to sit in and see who understands that, because I'm going to tell you that I got a call a few nights ago from someone, and you know, we were talking about this whole thing, and she said, well, the councilman, he doesn't have really have a digital platform. He doesn't really do Facebook and things of that nature. But I want to tell you, you know, what he's running on. And, you know, of course, I listen because I want to see everybody's side. But I also said, you know what? hey, I'm a mover and I'm a shaker. I'm always going somewhere, doing something. And so I'm not running around looking for a flyer somewhere. You know, I'm not waiting on someone to give me a call. I hop on my phone, I see what's going on, and then I decide whether I'm going to be a part of it or I'm not going to be a part of it. And so talking about the youth, if they don't see it on the digital platform, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't even exist.
And I tell my older mentors, and you know, I tell them all the time, if it ain't on social media, or it ain't digital, it ain't real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you was like, if you say, you know, I caught a big fish. If it ain't on social media,
you didn't catch a big fish.
You didn't catch a big fish.
Because you're definitely not taking a Polaroid of it anymore.
And it's and I would I'll give supervisor our supervisor credit. One thing I did see, she pivoted to using, you know, communication. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen her do a lot of lives.
Yeah, you know, lives and things like that. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, that's a step. You know, that's a step.
Yeah, and to be honest, when I'm out of town and I see, you know, the live pop up and she's on, guess what? I tune in and see what's going on. Other than that, I wouldn't know anything about what's going on. You know, here. I have zero clue, and that's one of the importance of, you know, having a young, fresh mind and being able to understand how to utilize that technology, to get the information out. Because now these young folks, they're not really watching TV like that anymore. They're more so watching YouTube or Facebook or, I don't know, what else, Instagram, whatever it is. Snapchat.
And like right now, me and you are doing a podcast.
Right.
And you have some people, and I understand I have to meet people where they are, but also too, we have to move forward, right? We're doing a podcast, but some of the people I'm trying to get their vote are still listening to radio.
Right.
So that's just, you know what I'm saying, we have to...
Yeah, you got to have a multi-dimensional, you know, outreach effort. So you definitely understand that.
But always moving towards the future. Because if you're not, you're going to be last on the totem pole or left behind.